$285 billion vanished from the software industry in a single month. Not a crash, not a scandal. One AI update made entire categories of software obsolete overnight, and most people haven't even noticed yet. In this video, I'm pulling apart exactly what Anthropic shipped with Claude 4.6, why it triggered the largest SaaS market contraction in history, and how you can use the same system to replace half the tools you're currently paying for. No hype, just the architecture, the benchmarks, and the playbook. Dexter, why software companies are panicking. Let me set the stage, because without context, none of this makes sense. For the last decade, the way you got work done was death by 1,000 subscriptions. One tool for email, one for project management, one for design, one for spreadsheets, one for CRM, one for scheduling, and none of them talk to each other properly. You were the integration layer. You were the one copying data between tabs, reformatting exports, and stitching workflows together manually. Claude 4.6 broke that model, not by being a better chatbot, but by becoming a platform. Anthropic introduced something called the Model Context Protocol, which is an open standard that lets Claude plug directly into your existing tools. Gmail, Google Drive, Slack, Notion, HubSpot, Canva, all accessible from a single conversation. And then they layered skills on top, which are persistent instruction sets that tell Claude how you work, what your brand sounds like, and what steps to follow for recurring tasks. The model doesn't just answer questions anymore. It executes workflows across your entire tool stack without you touching a single tab. That's why enterprise clients started canceling subscriptions in February. Why pay for 6 disconnected tools when one AI agent can operate all of them from a unified interface? The $285 billion contraction wasn't panic selling. It was the market repricing every SaaS company whose value proposition was, we help you do one thing slightly faster. Claude 4.6 does all of those things together in context on command. Ours, 3 models, 1 strategy. Now, Claude 4.6 isn't a single model, and this is where most people get confused. It's a family of 3, and the way you combine them determines whether you're getting 10% of the value or all of it. Sonnet 4.6 is the one you open first. It launched February 17th. It handles roughly 98% of what the flagship can do for general coding and writing tasks, and it costs 1/5 of the price. On developer preference benchmarks, people chose Sonnet 4.6 over last year's Opus 4.5 about 70% of the time. Think about that. The current mid-range model beats last year's best. For daily work like drafting documents, writing code, analyzing data, building content, Sonnet is the answer. It also supports a 1 million token context window in beta, which means you can feed it an entire code base or a 100-page report, and it holds the full picture while it works. Opus 4.6 is what you escalate to when the stakes go up. It hit 91.3% on GPQA Diamond, a benchmark designed to test PhD-level scientific reasoning. It can output 128,000 tokens in a single turn, which is enough to generate a full technical specification or a multi-file application without running out of runway. Opus is also the only model that can lead agent teams, which I'll break down shortly. You use it for architecture decisions, security audits, complex multi-step reasoning, and any situation where the cost of a wrong answer exceeds the cost of premium tokens. $5 per million input, 25 on output. Expensive, but when you need the sharpest reasoning available, this is it. Haiku 4.5 fills the gap at the bottom. $1 per million input tokens, 15 times cheaper than Opus. It's purpose-built for high-volume micro-tasks. When Opus or Sonnet breaks a complex job into 100 smaller pieces, Haiku is the one executing those pieces in parallel. Content moderation, file renaming, syntax validation, data formatting. It's fast, it's cheap, and it scales horizontally without burning through your budget. The smart move is layering all 3. Opus designs the plan, Sonnet builds the components. Haiku handles cleanup and quality checks. That's not just a cost optimization, that's how you build an AI workflow that mirrors a real team structure. The thinking revolution inside 4.6. There's a technical shift in this generation that doesn't get enough attention, and it fundamentally changes how the model behaves on hard problems. It's called adaptive thinking. Previous Claude versions had a toggle for extended thinking. Turn it on. The model reasons more deeply, but burns more tokens. Turn it off. It responds faster, but might miss nuance. The problem was that the burden of deciding when to think deeply fell entirely on you. And most people either forgot to toggle it or left it in the wrong state for the task at hand. Opus 4.6 eliminated that friction entirely. The model now reads your prompt, estimates the complexity, and dynamically allocates its reasoning budget. A simple factual question gets an instant response. A multivariable financial analysis triggers a full internal deliberation, where the model generates candidate answers, verifies them against the data, revises weak points, and consolidates into a final output. All of that happens in a visible thinking block, so you can watch the reasoning unfold in real time. This matters more than it sounds. When you can see a model reject a flawed approach before it commits to an answer, you start trusting the output differently. You're not blindly hoping it got things right. You're watching it work through the logic, the same way a senior analyst would talk through a problem on a whiteboard. And if it starts heading in the wrong direction, you can interrupt and redirect before it wastes tokens on a dead end. You also get manual effort controls, low, medium, high, and max. But honestly, the automatic mode is better than my manual judgment was. And I tested it extensively across financial modeling, code review, and long-form research tasks. Agent teams, AI that coordinates itself. This is the feature that has no equivalent anywhere else in the industry right now. And it's the reason I think Claude 4.6 represents a genuine inflection point rather than just an incremental upgrade. Agent teams lets you spin up multiple AI agents that work on a shared project simultaneously and communicate with each other directly. Not through you, not through a central bottleneck. Peer-to-peer. Here's why that matters. In every other multi-agent system available today, you have a lead agent that delegates work to sub-agents. Those sub-agents finish their tasks and report back to the lead. If the sub-agent handling front-end code discovers that the API schema doesn't match what the back-end sub-agent produced, it can't flag that directly. It reports upward, the lead processes the information, and then passes an instruction downward to the other agent. Every piece of coordination flows through a single point of contact. Agent teams replaces that with the mailbox protocol. Agents message each other directly when they discover something relevant. The front-end agent finds a schema mismatch, it pings the back-end agent immediately. The back-end agent adjusts its output and confirms. The team lead still exists for high-level orchestration, task assignment, and final synthesis. But the actual problem-solving happens laterally, the same way it does on a real engineering team. Each agent operates with its own 1 million token context window. That means a teammate assigned to a specific module can hold the entire relevant codebase in memory while it works, without interfering with what the other agents are doing. The team lead decomposes your brief into a shared task list, assigns ownership, and monitors progress through quality hooks that gate task completion on passing tests or linting checks. The proof of concept that sold me on this was Anthropic's own demonstration, where they used agent teams to build a C compiler capable of compiling the Linux kernel. 2,000 sessions, deeply coupled dependencies, and the system maintains structural coherence throughout. That's not a chatbot writing snippets. That's coordinated software engineering at a scale that would take a human team months. Skills and connectors, your personal AI operating system. If agent teams is the most impressive feature for developers, skills and connectors is the one that changes everything for everyone else. Connectors are integrations. You authenticate Claude with Gmail, Google Calendar, Slack, Drive, Notion, whatever you use. And suddenly the model can read and act inside those platforms from within the chat. Not through a clunky plugin that half works. Through a native protocol that gives Claude the same access you'd have if you opened the app yourself. Skills are where the real leverage comes in. A skill is a persistent playbook that you install once, and Claude activates automatically whenever the context matches. You can build a brand voice skill that ensures every piece of writing matches your company's tone. A call prep skill that pulls your calendar, checks your CRM, scans recent emails, and drafts a pre-meeting brief before you even ask. An SEO audit skill that analyzes any piece of content against your target keywords and suggests improvements following your specific methodology. The combination is what makes this an operating system rather than a tool. The skills provide the judgment layer, the what to do and how to do it. The connectors provide the action layer, the ability to actually reach into your tools and execute. Together, they turn Claude from something you talk to into something that works for you in the background. For people who aren't developers, Claude Cowork is the easiest entry point. It's a desktop application where you point Claude at a folder and let it work autonomously. I've seen it turn a pile of disorganized receipt photos into a formatted expense tracker with verified formulas in under a minute. No prompting, no spreadsheet knowledge, no manual data entry. You delegate the outcome and walk away. Anthropic also ships built-in skills for generating Excel spreadsheets, Word documents, and PowerPoint presentations directly from the chat. So, if your job involves producing formatted business deliverables, the output isn't a wall of text you have to reformat. It's a finished file you can send immediately. Ours honest competitive breakdown. I want to be straight with you about where Claude sits relative to the competition, because blind loyalty to any platform is a terrible strategy in a market moving this fast. Google's Gemini 3.4 has the strongest multimodal capabilities right now. Native video understanding, native audio processing, and the ability to generate animated SVGs. If your workflow involves analyzing video content or building multimodal applications, Gemini has a legitimate edge. It also leads on abstract reasoning benchmarks like ARC-AGI-2 at 77.1%, and its mixture of experts architecture keeps pricing competitive at roughly half the cost of Opus for similar tier performance. OpenAI's GPT 5.4 and Codex dominate terminal execution. On Terminal Bench 2.0, GPT 5.4 scores 77.3% compared to Opus at 65.4%. If your primary use case is DevOps automation and infrastructure management, OpenAI still has the stronger offering there. Where Claude 4.6 wins and wins decisively is reliability and real-world business output. On the GDP-Val benchmark, which measures human preference for economically valuable work like financial analysis, professional writing, and business strategy, Sonnet 4.6 leads every model in the industry at 1,633 ELO. Not Opus, the mid-tier model. That tells you something important about where Anthropic focused its optimization. And then there's the orchestration gap. Agent teams, skills, connectors, the MCP ecosystem. Nobody else has shipped a comparable system for AI self-coordination at this scale. You can argue about who has the smartest single model, but Claude is the only platform where multiple models work together as a managed team, without you mediating every interaction. What to do right now. Here's your starting point. If you take one thing from this video, make it this. Stop using Claude as a search engine with better grammar, and start treating it like a system you configure once and benefit from permanently. Step 1. Go to Claude.ai and create a project. Upload your company's style guide and a few examples of writing you're proud of. Ask Claude to generate a custom style skill from those files. Every conversation inside that project will now follow your voice automatically. Step 2. Connect your tools. Gmail, Calendar, Drive, whatever you use daily. Spend 5 minutes authenticating, and suddenly Claude has context on your entire professional life. It can draft responses referencing emails you received this morning, schedule follow-ups based on your availability, and pull data from shared documents without you ever leaving the chat. Step 3. If you're a developer, install Claude Code and try agent teams on a real pull request. Assign one agent to security review, one to performance analysis, one to test coverage. Watch them coordinate. That experience alone will reshape how you think about AI-assisted development. The gap between people who prompt AI and people who orchestrate AI is going to be the defining professional divide of the next 2 years. Claude 4.6 is the clearest on-ramp to the orchestration side that exists right now. If this gave you a new way to think about what's possible, subscribe and drop a comment with the feature you're planning to test first. Hey, I'll see you in the next one.